Welcome to the show that Rod Stewart himself said can cause accidental insemination. It's Pubchat. How y'all doing?
And he said, come and look at my train set. Ooh, it's lovely.
Yeah. He wrote the line while he was writing, "Do you think I'm sexy?" So I'm sure there was cocaine on a mirror and lots of satin, you know?
Yeah.
Do
you like Hornby 00? Choo-choos.
You know what? You know, now that like the whole thing with being a nerd, being a geek is far more cool than it ever was before. And you know how we got weird genres of music like baby metal and all that craziness? Why don't we have some nerd rock where dudes are talking about their train set collections and things like that, you know, and chicks talk about their Furbies and how rare they are or whatever, right? You know, we need some nerd rock, you know?
Yeah. I love the fact that after a gig or while he was touring, Rod Stewart would just basically sit in his hotel room and build little model buildings and stuff to take back to put on his own self-built model railway. And it's massive. He did it all himself, apparently.
You know,
but it's so funny. It's just how uncool is that?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, you know, the gig's finished. We got all these girls who want to hang out with you. Yeah. Have they got any glue? Oh God, he's gone down that road, has he? No. I want this from model railway.
Yeah, I want to build me Death Star.
I'm working on my terminus.
Yeah. Duncan Stewart in the chat there mentions Devo in the conversation of nerdiness and stuff. I wonder how many people with younger brothers were inspired to get the younger brother was inspired for Lego because the older brother had the Devo album with the hats. You know what I mean? That looks like those hats look like they could have been made of Lego. So wouldn't your younger brother see that record and go, oh, and start making like a Devo hat for themselves, you know? I wonder if that ever happened.
No idea.
You know, I wonder. I think it's possible. I like Devo. I thought they were awesome. I remember the first time I heard "Whip It." I was like, "What the fuck?"
I can't remember them. Honestly, can't. I think I've had some of their, you know, stuff on tape a long time ago, but
I bought a cassette tape today. I really did. So my little car that I've got, hey, Commanders, I think, is coming in. Yeah, here, let me do my little tricky wiki here. And hey, Commander, how's it going, Lance?
Pretty good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming through good.
Excellent.
All right. Yeah, I was just going to tell the story, Commander. I actually bought a cassette tape today.
Okay.
Yeah,
you still have a player, I assume.
Well, in the little Mercedes that we just got, the SLK, it's got a tape deck in the dash and it's got a CD changer in the back. And I haven't had it very long yet. I've barely driven it really, so I haven't like gone through it all yet. I haven't gone and bought whatever I'm going to do to it. So I went to the thrift store today and I bought a cassette tape and 6 CDs to plug into the CD changer in the back just to see if it all works, because I'm not going to keep that stuff. I'm going to put in like a little touch screen and maybe a Raspberry Pi little computer or something, right? Knowing me, I'll put a preamp that has volume and bass and treble controls and stuff and then put new speakers in, right? But
yeah. Full sound stage, got it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm an audio guy, right? But I know. The stock stuff is valued by some people that want to keep their old Mercedes stock and original and nice. So I confirmed all my stuff works, and to be fair with my son, I bought a John Denver cassette tape because he loves John Denver, and then I got him an Elton John CD, a Bob Marley CD, and a Rihanna CD because he really likes those. And then I got myself like Van Halen and Deep Purple and the Doobie Brothers. And so I loaded everything up and it all works. And I thought it would, so I get out of the thrift store and I pop the trunk and I take the little cartridge out of the thing and I start loading CDs and I'm laughing at myself while I'm doing it. And these two little grandmas come over and go, I haven't seen somebody do that in a long time. I almost died laughing.
I got my old Land Cruiser had the CD changer, and I'm just wondering if that's herring around Ukraine with the windows open, blasting out, bit of rock and roll on the battlefield.
Yeah. It's Twisted Sister, we're not going to take it,
Yeah. With Harry Como.
Yeah. So how was your week, Commander? What's happening?
Oh, preps for the big holiday open house that we're having this weekend. So
that's my invite.
Cleaning, decorating, baking,
Yeah,
all the nonsense that goes on with that kind of thing. Complicated by the fact that the new puppy thinks everything associated with Christmas is a new toy for her.
a river runs through it, like literally meaning Christmas.
That's a great way of expressing it.
Oh, that's funny.
What she got in her mouth this time?
Yeah.
Oh,
a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Oddly, she hasn't really reacted to the tree being there. But the decorations hanging on the tree are, that's glittery. It must be fun.
Yeah.
So we've had to put up a little corral around the tree to keep her out.
That's funny. It's a lot like chasing a toddler in a way,
Oh, yeah.
Very much so. I find sometimes having neighbors is like having toddlers, but that's an entirely different discussion depending on your perspective and where you live.
Yeah. So, are we going to talk about the giant ugly elephant in the room?
That's
It poked its nose through the door last night.
Oh man. So, I mean,
we could just talk about the reactions to it by everybody.
See, there's a few sides to this, right? Because there's opinions to certain things. I'm sure everybody's got a few. I've got some notes. B, we could just play some of it live and do a little pause and react. I mean, that 20 minutes of talking could take 2 hours if we do pause and play, though.
Which I don't have, but yeah.
Here,
I think, though, it's worth mentioning 18 minutes for a speech by him is extremely unusual.
Oh, I know.
I mean, typically he rants on for an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's his usual. So there's that, coupled with the fact that people said his speaking style was kind of jerky and very rushed. So there's a lot of speculation that he may have been on sort of substance. Adderall mentioned, sotto voce.
This was on my notes, Commander. The voice being rough and the very almost stick to the point. None of this meandering, crazy stuff all over the place. I think there was very much a concentrated effort in the top of the little mega elite group in the White House there that this had to be on point, direct. This was rehearsed to the point where his throat was rough. I'm thinking. And that goes exactly with what you're saying. Oh, pump him up with a little something and just, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about rehearsed. It didn't feel rehearsed to me.
I think for him, that's very rehearsed, That's how I was feeling it.
Taking more than one pre-speech run through it is major effort on rehearsal for him.
But it was There was some crazy stuff in there.
Yeah, but at the same time, a lot of it is just the same old tired message.
I think
beaten with the same drum and drumstick.
I think, Commander, I think that was completely on purpose. I think quite a bit of this was designed as a callback to the days of everybody loves Trump, rally with me, the battle cries, the trying to get that feel of the run up to the election. Remember, I'm elected to do this and that. It very much felt that way.
You know, it was constantly blame the Democrats for everything bad. I inherited a mess and I'm fixing it, you know. But at the same time, he conveniently ignores the fact that his party controls both chambers of Congress and the Supreme Court, so he can get just about anything done that he puts his mind to, which suggests that he isn't putting his mind to doing much of anything.
Yeah, golf and gold leaf.
Lining his pockets.
Yeah.
And lining his pockets, of course.
Which he outright accused the Democrats of. There was a spot in the speech where he called them, what was it? I'm looking through some notes here, but it was corruption in politics and how the Democrats lined their pockets when they were in power.
Corruption in politics.
I know.
That is such an absurd statement to make.
The desperation almost smelt like gymnasium sweat.
Yeah. I mean, it's not unusual for him to have his speech that's just full of self-praise and a list of, you know, accomplishments that he has only dubious claim to. I mean, my favorite from this one was the fact that, you know, the Olympics and FIFA's World Cup series are coming to the United States, as if he was somehow monumentally involved in that process, which we know.
Yeah, that would have been decided years ago.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm standing here by this building that started being constructed 10 years ago, and it just completed today, and they opened it for business, and that's all on me.
Yeah. There was so much in it. The constant callbacks to Biden so that he has some kind of metric to use, even though he's lying through his teeth with the numbers.
Yeah, I think it's even less that. I think it's that he has nothing to make real claim to having accomplished to help Americans. So he has to constantly go back to it's all the Democrats' fault. It's all Biden's fault. They did this. But when you look at things, he hasn't, in the year he's been in office, he hasn't improved stuff. I did a little bit of research, and I'll just cite a few of these. So he claimed that incomes are growing, that inflation is easing, and foreign investment is pouring in, right?
Yeah.
But the stock, you know, and as citation of why this is the truth, the stock market's up, gas prices are down, and tech industry is all booming because of the AI stuff, right? But when you look at for average Americans,
exactly,
the consumer price index shows an annual increase of 3.1%, while wages have remained stable. So average Americans are actually losing purchasing power.
Yeah.
Job growth since April has been a paltry 17,000.
Yeah. And that is a number that is so low that a first world nation, so to speak, should never see anything that low. That's ridiculous.
But, even more strange,
that job growth is probably just the ICE agents.
But he did. He really did say, because I'm deporting so many, you know, undocumented people, that's opening up jobs for Americans, except most of that's not jobs Americans want to be doing.
The only reason those jobs were open for immigrants to come and take is because your average lazy, and I'm putting Canada in there too, because we're the exact same, didn't want that job to begin with, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's see, the other statistic I thought was very telling. In the year he's been in office, unemployment was, when he came in, at 4%. It's now 4.6%.
Mm-hmm.
So all of this is just a declining economy under his rule, while he touts all these grand tariffs, which are making things more expensive for everybody.
And let's do a little historical thing here on the tariffs before we, whenever tariffs put the price of something up, this happened in COVID as well, they don't come back down after. Maybe a little bit of correction, but profits aren't let go of once they're acquired.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And as a military retiree, I got to address the warrior dividend.
Oh God, yeah.
You know, we've gotten so much money from tariffs that I'm announcing a warrior dividend, and every American service member is getting $1,776.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Right. So I want to put this in perspective. Given the number of active service personnel, that's going to cost the country about $2.5 billion.
Yeah, that was my math too. Yeah.
Right. But here's the thing. What he's really doing is renaming and repurposing everybody's standard VHA and BAS.
It's a housing
variable housing allowance and basic allowance or sustenance, which is the amount of money a service member is given for meals. And to understand, for your average junior enlisted who's eating at the dining hall on base, he doesn't get that. That's deducted and given to the base not commissary, but the chow hall,
right,
to feed the troops. So in reality, this is all just PR. Nobody's getting anything other than what they normally would be entitled to.
So nobody gets extra. They've just given what's already gone out a new name so that he can go look at what I did.
Effectively, they're renaming VHA and BAS as warrior dividend.
Wow. How
that doesn't smell like a stinking kettle of week-old fish. I don't know what does.
He does like renaming things.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, also the fact that he said when he was there, he basically said, yeah, nobody's heard of this. We just came with it 30 minutes ago, and the checks are already going out. What? It took you 30 minutes to reorganize all of that in bollocks.
Yeah.
Bollocks.
It would take 3 years for a government to figure that out. No, but you know,
that kind of money, Congress has to approve it. So, you know, unless he's taking it from procurement budget. So this is stuff we're using to buy new airplanes and ships and tanks, and say, no, we're just going to give it as a free handout. Except that's not what he's doing.
Well, you see, the thing is, if it was the housing allowance, right? Now, where would that money originally have come from? The Federal Reserve,
normal military budget appropriation.
Right. So, but now he's saying it's coming from the tariffs.
Right.
And the tariffs has raised that money. So there's a conflict there, surely, because if it's originally in the military budget, then why are the tariffs paying for it? Why isn't the military paying for it? It just doesn't add up. Doesn't make any sense.
It potentially could be a sleight of hand where I'm taking what is in the military budget already, saying I'm taking tariffs to pay for it, and then taking that money that came from the tariffs and doing something else like stuffing my pocket with it.
Yeah, it all seems very, very slight. And let's face it, if it's come from the tariffs, well, that's basically taking the money out of the American people who paid those extras on the tariffs. Yep.
Alchemist in the chat is on fire with the images tonight, man. That's a good one.
Yeah. The other one
Well,
I think is interesting.
It definitely seems like he was just doing it to, basically garner some kind of, loyalty from, the military, which he seems to have been losing.
Yeah, and to me, that reeks of fear that he thinks the military is plotting a coup.
Mm.
So why else would you be giving people this huge windfall of cash? If this were true, why would you be giving them this huge payout unless you were worried that they weren't loyal to you?
Wow.
See, I would say the entire address was in a state of fear, because he was basically telling, gaslighting the American people that everything is great and I'm the best president ever. Everyone's told me that.
Wars.
He's ended wars,
and and at the same time he's imposing a naval blockade of Venezuela.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
That alone should get him a Peace Prize mention.
Yes, a piece of Venezuela.
Well, speaking of Peace Prize, before we go to Venezuela, he said he settled the conflict in Gaza and brought peace.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What? I mean, I haven't actually.
That's only one of 8. Come on.
Yeah, I haven't actually been there, but I'm pretty sure that anybody from the non-Israeli side of that conflict would say, peace?
Yeah. Well, even the Israelis would say that as well. It's like, well, why are we attacking the Palestinians? I don't understand. Yeah, so much for peace. Just pick up a newspaper, Mr. Trump.
Did he mean peas? Like he brought a can of peas? Like, is that what he meant?
He's brought peas.
Yeah. Yeah, he gave peas a chance.
Should make it peas and carrots. And I also love the claim, my wife is a math teacher, retired.
Oh, that's scary.
This one really, really got me, was claiming to have decreased medicine costs here in the U.S. by between 400 to 600%.
Yeah.
So to put this in perspective, if they were reduced 100%, that would mean they're free. So if he reduced them 400 to 600%, it means drug companies are now paying us to take their medication.
Yeah. Imagine showing up to get your oxycodons and getting paid money to pick.
Now, what I couldn't get over that was, he made that claim. Well, I would say months ago, but it probably wasn't. It was just like weeks ago. It just feels like months. But then no one told me, Mr. President, that's not how it works. No one told him. Yeah. So he just carried on with the same ridiculous mathematical anomaly.
Because that would be a criticism. And that's the one thing that nobody around him ever wants to do, is say anything critical about it. So you come out of the speech full of all of this BS and you say, oh, such a brilliant ship, your warship,
Yeah. Well, he claimed that drugs coming into the United States of America from sea and ocean are down 98%. Now,
sea and ocean.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to point out
the rivers. We didn't address that. Just the seas and the oceans.
Yeah. But
or lakes.
The few boats that America has taken out illegally, maybe not. There's a huge thing going on there, but whatever. The few boats that have been taken out couldn't carry enough drugs, cocaine or otherwise, whatever, to get New York City through 24 hours. There's 98% is the farce of farces. I don't think Trump understands the level of casual, like cocaine and whatnot, use that permeates many, many sectors of society.
You should just look around the White House.
I'm sure Mike Pence just dives in every day after work.
But remember, this is a man who graduated from the Wharton School, so he's so much smarter than you and I.
Yeah. He paid to graduate.
Yeah, he went to school.
Things like that. It will tarnish his golden image.
Yeah. it's just ridiculous. The drug things just make me, just laugh, right? There's so much in an 18 minutes to unpack. I really think the delivery again deserves touching on. The manner of speaking and so on, the body language and the change. There wasn't this sarcastic blah. I mean, he was still doing all the previous administration stuff, but it was so different, Commander. Like people are going to be talking about this for days, Oh,
absolutely. They're going to be picking it apart for a long time.
Yeah, man. I'd love to have somebody that really knows some psychology and, like get one of those FBI interview types that can really read a person and get a full breakdown of things. That would be very interesting.
By sheer coincidence, last night I happened to watch a rerun episode of West Wing where it's about the president doing a State of the Union address. And the contrast between, and they don't show the actual speech, but they talk about, putting it together. And the contrast between that fictitious version of people trying to, massage the language to make themselves look good without venturing outside the bounds of credulity, as opposed to what must have been going on in the current real White House, was just mind-blowing. It's like, this is so otherworldly.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the other thing a lot of people are like asking is why? What was this for? Because we've all said, we've heard it all before. The only thing he brought up new was the there was some medical thing that he was new website he's got, and the military, renaming of an allowance. Everything else is all we've heard before. What was the reason for this? I mean, I was expecting an important announcement like, we are going to war with Venezuela or something. There was going to be something important in amongst all of it, but it wasn't. It was just like a desperate attempt to tell the American people, you've never had it so good, so shut the fuck up.
I'm brilliant.
Yeah, I'm so great. Everybody loves me. I'm so great.
Yeah.
I think the key, you need to understand that the Constitution specifies that the president shall from time to time address Congress on the state of the nation. So he's been in office a year. He is required to do an annual State of the Union. So that's what this was.
As you say that, I just want to, I saw some political commentators, specifically, more like our age, like referring to Carter and his sort of midterm address that ended up being kind of infamous for I'm sinking and I'm trying to reach the top of the water again.
Yeah. That's not a unfair comparison slant statement.
Yeah, except this guy's doing it in the first year.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember much about Jimmy Carter apart from the nuts.
That's it. Ian Wilson says it, the malaise speech. That's it. Yeah, thank you.
That's a very good summary. And to be fair to Carter, I don't think he was necessarily a bad president. I think what happened is
I agree.
He got in office at a time when certain situations arose, which were enormously difficult and challenging, and he had to find a way out of them. And they were, in many cases, situations that he had no immediate control over.
Yeah.
That stands in stark contrast to what we're going through now, where technically a president who controls both chambers and the Supreme Court should be able to pretty much sweep the sheet clean. You've got all the power. You can make everything you want happen. And he can't, because even his own party are so busy with the backbiting and infighting that goes on that it's just crazy.
Yeah, like Speaker Mike right now, people are saying, is he losing control of the House? Because yet again, you've got reps stepping out, this time over healthcare. Just recently, it was Epstein. And I think that shows that
and how many times has the GOP promised us, specifically Trump promised us, he's got this grand plan, and he's just going to get it to you in another week or two. And we went through 4 years where nothing came up, and now we've gone through yet another year, nothing's come up. It's all lies.
Yeah,
smoke and mirrors.
I was talking to Nick Suter there from In Time. He was in the live chat. He might still be, just before we went live. And there was an interesting comment that he made, and I am 100% in agreement. And that is, we are going to see some serious shit tomorrow as it pertains maybe to Venezuela. In Nick's mind, Venezuela is going to be the one. I think we might even get two, Venezuela and something else, because what is tomorrow?
Epstein Day.
That's right. And do we think
Friday when you take out the trash?
Yeah. And do we think that Bondi's DOJ are truly going to release the files?
That's not a very smart question.
No, I think they'll just turn it into a public holiday or something.
Here's the cover sheet from the Epstein files. There, I've released it.
Yeah. They're gonna announce a new American holiday, Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It's just insanity.
Yeah, so there was also the blurb about healthcare and talking to the companies and getting prices down that way, because the Democrats are the ones that actually made your healthcare expensive, and they enabled the insurance companies to get rich, and Trump's going to fix it. So the government doesn't have to subsidize healthcare to make it affordable. He's going to force the insurance companies who are only using you to get rich to give you a better deal. Does anybody believe that coming out of this fat cat billionaire's freaking mouth?
There's some truth to the statement, but
yeah, okay.
There's less than zero chance that he's going to do anything to pressure the insurance companies to correct it. If anything, he will find some way to introduce legislation that he will say is going to fix it, which will in fact give healthcare free reign to continue to raise prices through the roof.
Yeah, what he's doing is saying the only reason we're trying to take these subsidies away is they're making the premiums too high. So by taking them away, we're going to force the healthcare companies to give you it's such a backwards logic to defend their actions.
Anybody drop prices without somebody holding a gun to their head?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because all you can pay for your healthcare quite simply. So it's really easy, because Trump's already done the economics on this. Because what you need to do is go and see your doctor, find the most expensive prescription available, and say, "I'll have that at 600% off."
Yeah,
and then you use that money to offset your insurance, and everything's great again.
Makes sense to me. Brilliant plan.
Yeah. All you have to do is, injure your knee and need some expensive painkillers, and you could probably pay your rent.
Yeah.
It's some crazy stuff, man. It's some crazy stuff. But that whole claim that the Democrats, by trying to help you afford healthcare, have made it so you can't afford healthcare. Now, I agree with the part that the healthcare insurance companies are just running a scam racket hard and nothing needs to be this expensive. But blaming that on the Democrats
it's even weirder. What he's saying, if you really look at it, is the Affordable Care Act had subsidies that were put in place that would help defray your insurance premiums.
Right.
Those are set to expire. The only reason those are set to expire is that the GOP insisted on including that in the original ACA bill in order for it to pass. They wanted a time limit that it would happen.
Yeah.
So realistically, what he should be saying is the reason your health care is about to go through the roof is because the GOP is taking your subsidies away.
Yeah. He knows that America's about to flip out because of healthcare costs going skyrocketing. And he's trying to, do the whole, no, it's not us. It was always them. When are even the dumbest, I didn't graduate from high school Magites gonna finally start saying, all of these promises are empty. Nothing is better for me. It's all worse. When do they finally admit it to themselves?
But they're starting
to.
The other
thing that you need to note is that while the subsidies are going away, the rest of the ACA is still in place, which requires you to have insurance.
I'm sorry, what now?
Although the subsidies are going away, the ACA itself has not been repealed.
Okay.
And the ACA requires you to have health insurance.
Like by law, as an American citizen, you must carry insurance.
Yeah, if you're employed, and I think your employer's supposed to chip in something. So the government subsidy to make that work is going away, but you're still required to have your insurance, or you can allegedly been, I won't say sent to jail, but you could certainly be sued and fined.
So Trump has set it up so that you must break your own financial back to guarantee you have health insurance in a new age of more expensive health insurance. And somehow he's trying to say that he's working to make it cheaper. And it was the other party that did this in the first place. I can't even spin my head around those kind of lies. And I have raised a teenager.
The venture capitalists are looking for places to spend all the money they keep getting.
Mm-hmm.
And if we have that happen, then people are going to lose their homes, which can then be bought for pennies on the dollar by the venture capitalists.
Yeah.
Who are, Trump's buddy boys. So it all works out for him.
Oh, yeah. And for their group, this is all fine. Because in their mind, I truly believe that they're counting on AI and a few things to get rid of quite a few employees. And if you're not making them money,
secret, don't talk about it in public.
Yeah. But if you're not making them money, you don't exist. Right? You don't.
Even if you don't make the money, it's that if you don't have lots of money, you don't exist.
Well,
the only people that matter under their view of the world, America is for rich people. The rest of you are serfs, bound to the land. You must work for us for free. And when you no longer can consume to buy things to make us money, then we can simply dispose of you.
Yeah, Dunk, you remember we talked a while back about how this AI boom, this was a while ago, wasn't going to affect so many of the low workers, but it's more those managers that could be done without if the computer was just smart enough. You remember?
Yeah. And a lot of people are talking about this now. And
it's coming to pass, yeah.
And how basically it's the introductory jobs, the sort of things that like get you started in a company aren't going to be there anymore. Remember the days, when most male managers an office or whatever, they would have a secretary. Then computers and word processors came along. Secretaries disappeared. That was no longer a requirement. So it's going to start seeing a similar thing, and it's like employment in a lot of these companies where you'd have like a low level introduction to the company, but that's going to be replaced with an AI. So they don't need those people anymore. So there'd be no way to be introduced into the company.
Yeah. It takes away
such a negative view of end stage capitalism. I can't understand.
And it takes away the ladder for a lot of folks. And it also makes it so that you go into, like, you used to be able to go into a business and get a job in like the 70s. And if you were good, you would go through the ranks and actually, get somewhere and make a decent wage. And really, there's that ladder is capped off because you're either there or you're not now.
They've
right?
definitely knocked some rungs off the ladder. That's for sure.
Well, I think a lot of positions have no chance of ever getting anywhere too high anymore. That's it, right? There's very few that are going to lead you somewhere. And for the most part, to get those top people, they're just going to recruit from the big schools and stuff because you got breeding. You're one of us. You know what I mean?
You also have a catch-22 situation where you need to have experience to get the job. You only have 3 years experience working in this. But how do I get this experience? Well, you have to just be working in it. Well, I can't get a job working in it, so I don't have 3 years of experience.
A non-paying internship for 5 years to give you that experience.
Yeah, basically you get to live with your parents until you're 30 when you can finally afford a bachelor apartment.
Which you probably won't be able to anyway because of the housing crisis.
Yeah.
Because the Democrats gave all the houses to the immigrants.
Yeah, well, by then you don't afford a bachelor apartment. You're assigned one by your number, right? That's how it'll be by then.
Everything is double plus good.
Yeah. Man, that was some crazy stuff, though. That was like 18 minutes of wow, He got his...
Definitely qualified as pipe dream.
Yeah.
As in, what did you put in that pipe you were smoking?
Yeah, man. I don't have anything that good kicking around the house, And I'm kind of a connoisseur, so what's that, But he got his...
I'm kind of worried because no one's talking about the most important thing in American industry at the minute is all the manufacturers of pencils who are going to have to make so many layoffs because people are only allowed to have 2 pencils this Christmas. So you're going to have enormous layoffs in the whole pencil industry. It will collapse just like the car industry did.
Well, it's the same with dolls.
What you have to do is buy one of those, magical Sharpies, and you can do anything. You can change the weather with those.
Oh yeah, yes.
Who needs pencils when you can do that?
Make disguises and draw a mustache.
Yeah, you can.
Pencils are for losers because it has an eraser that you can use. Winners only draw lines and make them true just because they drew them.
Nobody tell Trump about the dry white pen. He'll have a panic.
Yeah. That whole weather thing was unbelievable, man. The only thing that would have made that make sense had he actually just been doing it so he could draw like a cock and balls and then turn around and giggle at the camera. That would have saved the moment, right?
Yeah, but Trump's admitted he doesn't do drawings.
Yeah, his name isn't Simon.
What?
If this were back in the 60s or 70s, you could market this as a TV show. It would be a comedy that would, make Monty Python look tame.
Yeah,
that would buy it.
Really is. It's just it's a comedy routine of ineptitude and puffy, chest thumping about look at me, I'm great.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that about the entire administration. It's basically like Love Island or something, and you have all these characters.
I was thinking more like Night Court, but yeah,
Nightmare.
Well, have you ever seen the IT Crowd?
Oh yes,
yeah. it's like the upper management from that show.
Hmm.
If you think about the comparisons with the just, bizarre, over the top, I know everything, I'm great, I can do whatever I want. That's the kind of thinking we're dealing with here. So it is comedy show level leadership.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's not just the leadership; it's the people who are working under him. People who are so totally unqualified for the jobs.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, I think Kelsey Grammer should play Ronald Gumpf, and I think David Spade should play Speaker Mike Johnson there. What's her name? McCarthy, that real loudmouth chick. She could be MTG. Let's cast this show, right? Let's cast it. Stephen Miller would be like, who's bald and looks like a pencil, right?
Nosferatu.
We need somebody from the pornography industry to play Levitt.
I think Remy Malek as Stephen Miller would be fitting. He'd have to shave his head though.
Yeah.
But he has that kind of weird intensity to everything he does.
Good call. Good call.
You should play Cash Patel.
No, Cash
the guy who was on Community. What's his name? God damn.
There's a Canadian comic. I think he's from India, but oh my God, is he funny? And he would be an amazing Cash Patel for sure. Oh, what's his name?
Trevor Noah. he could do that brilliantly.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, see, we could cast this up, and then we could get Art by the Alchemist there in the chat to do us up some AI clips, and we could put together a little thing,
Oh, God, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Everybody pick a couple of voices, and we'll voice the characters, and then he can take the voices and use that to animate, right? Be pretty funny. We might have to have a play at this in the background, this week in the White House, and it would be our little skit, The
trouble is we're living through it, so it isn't really as funny as it could be. That's why I'm saying if you'd marketed this as a show back in the 70s or something, before anybody could imagine something like this would happen, it would have been a massive hit.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem with it is it's really hard to make a comedy.
Russell Peters, yes.
That's a satirical comedy of something that's already ludicrous. When the actual reality is so ridiculous and comical.
Yeah, how do you one up it? Yeah,
how do you make it funnier?
Yeah,
I think South Park managed to do that. They just like elevated it to like they turned up.
Come on, guy. Yeah, they totally went Spinal Tap with it, which is the only thing you could do, right? Just I don't know.
It's like Richard Don Quickso says in the chat. It says the Onion struggles to make comedy out of this, and they're the experts.
Yeah.
I think it was I'm going to get the name wrong. Stephen Carell.
Oh, Steve Carell. Yeah.
Back during the first Trump administration, he said something along the lines of, he's both great for and terrible for comedy because we really don't need to write anything funny. Yeah. All we have to do is just say what he said or talk about what he did.
Well, there was Peter
It's become a tragic comedy.
Letterman said that recently as well, something to that effect, right?
Peter Serafinowicz during Trump's first term he did a character. He's a British comedian, but he also was like the voice of Darth Maul in Star Wars. But he did this character just called Sassy Trump, and basically he just said what Trump said, but with a sassy voice.
Oh,
and that's all you had to do,
right?
To elevate the comedy, because the comedy was already there in the words.
Yeah,
that he actually said.
So true.
That gives me a few ideas.
I think we should have Robin Williams.
Yeah, I could do. It's Sleepy Joe Biden's fault, everybody.
And this could be Sleepy Joe.
The other show. They wanted me.
There's.
I'm being told I need to rap.
Oh, okay. Hi, Mr. McMillan.
He doesn't go by that. She kept her name.
Oh, okay. You know what? So she's the smart one of the family. Now it all makes sense.
I never argued that point.
Not when she's home, for sure.
Of the two of us, she's by far the smarter.
Yeah, and you have to call her sir.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Behind every intelligent man is a woman that lets him believe as such.
Yeah.
I thought it was behind every intelligent man is an angry woman with a rolling pin.
Oh, that's behind a married man.
Oh, okay.
So, Commander McMillan, Lance, yourself, glad you could join us and chew through some of the fat on this one, because, Lord God, there's a lot of fat on that bone.
A lot of orange fat.
Rancid fat.
Yeah. But between now and New Year's, there's going to be a lot of random, we're just bored, I'm child free, we're going to go live shows and stuff. So keep your Discord on your phone and I'll beep you here and there, see if you're free now and then.
Oh, it's the dog scratching at the door. God. Daddy.
He thought it was his missus grabbing a baseball bat to smash the computer because of what I said.
This weird sound. I was going, what the hell is that?
she's just sharpening the knives.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Great talking to you.
All right, buddy. See you soon, man.
Bye.
Take care.
Toodles.
All right. So to make less sense, to make more sense of things, we got a shout out here with Yvonne Way. You can see it on the screen even. I'm trying a new thing here. The only plan he has is to himself riches. You're very right there. We're talking about Trump, of course.
But why?
It's all the grift.
But he's 80 years old. What's he going to do with it? Get a stair lift?
You know, he's got this thing about the Peace Prize. He's talked about, I'm not going to get into heaven and so on and so forth. Dude, do yourself a favor. Instead of building another resort and blah, blah, or whatnot, do what you should have done and start actually using your money for good and show people you're worth more than just a grift. I know it'll never happen, but if you want to be respected, do something that's worth respect, you fucking idiot.
I know. That's what I just don't understand. That's what I don't get. I mean,
how hard can it be, right?
Well, the thing is, you know, you have great presidents and they try really hard and they're always up against red tape and they can't get things done and all that kind of stuff. But the sort of stuff that he's done, where he's just like decimated, most areas of the federal government, he could quite literally have been the opposite. So look, I've got billions. I tell you what I'll do. I'll make billions, but then I'll put it all back in.
Yeah.
And we'll solve the housing crisis. We'll solve poverty. So many things we could solve. We could. Jesus Christ. Steal Elon Musk's money. Just take it. If you're gonna send a ship out to Venezuela to block and steal, tankers. Why not just put send an aircraft carrier out and just circle around Elon Musk and just take his money? With 600 billion, you could do a lot with that.
Exactly. You're literally forcing TikTok to be American and spin off the company, which a deal has been struck. It's been announced since we went live just before. Funny enough that there's some TikTok investors and TikTok themselves that still hold some ownership. They say they're going to restructure the American algorithm based on American people and interests and stuff. But they don't say anything about the retention of information from users and who gets what and stuff. And that is the actual goldmine prize in all of this. So as far as I'm concerned, I think that the influential, rich Chinese business folk that are involved in this still have their hand in the data. And that is the key to these services in the first place.
I just hope it goes like MySpace in 24 hours.
Oh, well, with retraining the algorithm, there's no guarantee it's going to be as successful this time. And people might go, oh, doom scrolling on TikTok sucks now. And then boom, it's over. And this is the exact moment where anybody that's got venture capital money, jump in now with an advertising campaign and bring out a doom scrolling vertical TikTok thing, right? This is when to do it. We'll see what happens. I don't do TikTok. I really don't like vertical video. What's wrong with you people? Can't you twist your phone sideways for fuck's sakes? Fuck, man,
Yeah, it's like nobody ever went to the cinema before.
Yeah, all you people that take vertical photographs, did you grow up in your home with picture frames that were really tall and skinny? No. Why are you doing that? Twist your phone. The fuck? You know how you hold it like this? You just grab it and you do this. It's only 90 degrees.
Thing is, it's a great aspect ratio if you just got like a person in the frame.
No, it's a great aspect ratio if you want to get both you and your cock in frame. That's what
Well, you need a very, very long phone.
If you're doing a selfie at like a racetrack or a concert or something, a horizontal gets way more of an atmospheric moment. Look where I was, not just, oh my God, I annoyed a celebrity. Look at me.
No, you're missing the point. Sideways, more cinematic. Absolutely. Vertical is all about me,
right?
And that's what a lot of TikTok is.
Not just TikTok, social media,
social media in general. Just especially the girls who just like tart themselves up and then just get a camera out and film them, just like, oh, look at me, I'm wearing this dress.
Yeah.
Why do I need to see that?
They spend $12 on makeup on Temu and then use filters to actually make it look good, right?
I saw one of those fantastic videos of a girl, Chinese girl. It's always the Chinese, very, 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 very slim and skinny, and sort of like, we say like hourglass figure.
Okay,
but was kind of funny. You could see all the furniture and everything around her warping.
Yeah.
As they touch things in, it's like, really, really.
Yeah. That's like when they do that selfie in the bathroom and there's tile in the background, and then they do that thing where they make their guts small and their ass big, and you can see the tile warping as if it's like a vision of Einstein's version of gravity, right? And it's like, it's like they're trying to do relativity in a selfie. It's really weird,
Well, I tell you what, if you want to do stuff like that, call me and I'll do it properly.
Yeah, exactly. Dunk knows how to make your ass big, your tummy small, without warping the room around you.
Yeah.
Right? And that'll cost you about $250 a shot minimum per hour. But, speaking of something real, we should announce here, You see all the AI images and stuff that Alchemist throws in during the show. Let me just flip through a few for you here. He's got a thing going on. You got to jump over to our Discord, and you can chuck him a couple of bucks, and in return, he'll take a family picture of you and your family and turn you into superheroes or whatever, and you can use it for like Christmas cards and shit like that, you know, digitally and everything. And you can chuck him a couple extra bucks on top of it, and he'll take your kid or whatever and have them transform into a superhero or some shit, whatever you want, a Disney princess or something, and give them something really cool that most people can't do. And I mean, you could try that yourself on AI. Good luck to you, because by the time you're done cursing and swearing and run off to the pot shop to calm down, he would have been done for just a couple of bucks and had it done awesome. It's not as easy as you think to get good results. So check out Art by the Alchemist in our live chat there and see what he can do to make a little extra special Christmas for you.
Mm. Yeah, for extra money, you know, just chuck him some big money. He'll have your child transferred to another country.
Yeah.
I saw a great video the other day from Red Letter Media, and they're talking about AI and a big long discussion about the AI and entertainment and all this kind of stuff. But it was interesting that the fact is that a lot of people who dabble in AI, they'll try some of the the free tools out there, and they'll do some, they'll write a prompt and blah blah blah, and the thing will come out after you've done it like for a couple of hours. So I'm bored of that now.
Yeah.
It's just like a lot of people just don't have the the gumption just to keep working at it and good.
It's that with every real intense technology that it seems easy on the outset, but then you learn that it takes a lot to really get to the end result. Like, you get somebody, they buy a Mac, they can play guitar, they open GarageBand, and they go, oh, blah, blah, look at that. But then they compare their recordings to real recordings. Yeah, and then they go, how the hell do I get it to sound that good?
Yeah.
And each little effect that you learn about that you need to know and stuff and so on takes a lot of real learning. And before you know it, it's 2.5 years and you could have just gone to school for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did when I was dabbling in music, I really did enjoy that side of stuff. But, God, it's hard work.
Yeah, very much so. Here, again with Alchemist there, let me show you something. Here's a before and after. So there's the family's picture. And there's what Alchemist did. He turned them into superheroes, right? Go and try that on your own, and you'll realize how much of a master of the AI prompt you have to be to get even close to real stuff like that, right? Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, God, I hope Marvel aren't watching. Oh, God. Another new franchise.
No, from what I understand, Robert Downey Jr. is not like Lars Ulrich in any way. We should be okay. Not so much of a Napster. But yes, I wonder if I have any of those videos handy. I'll show you something here, everybody. Because Alchemist did a couple of these for my son. Let's see here. If I go here, I might find them. Sorry, I should have had myself prepared, but it's funny.
Didn't know you were going to do this.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so here is a video. Oh, wait a minute. Right. Here's a video I'll show you. And this is a video he did of Mr. Incredible in my son's bedroom.
What's he doing in your son's bedroom?
Yeah. And Incredible grabs the bed and lifts it up. Right? My son just flipped out when he saw that. And then I got another one here. And this is my son as Mr. Fantastic, right? Let me show you that again. It's really cool. And these were just done quick as an example. These aren't the where he puts in the extra effort. These were literally, I had an idea and he came back to me in like 7 minutes, 8 minutes, which is probably at modern typing speed and stuff, maybe 30 or so prompts to touch it up instead of like 200, something like that, you know? Super chat, Matt. No, they're done by Alchemist in the chat there. Art by the Alchemist.
Listen to the stream.
Dun, 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 dun,
I know you got to unmute while you're watching something else.
Yeah, he's just in the live chat. He wasn't, you know. So yeah, it's totally worth it. It's very cool. Very cool indeed. Is there anything else we have to talk about, or are we at that point where it's just what we want to talk about now?
Yeah, there's loads of stuff to talk about. There's Rob Reiner to talk about.
Oh my God!
There's the stupid plaques that Trump has put under the wall of shame in the White House. There's the ballroom.
Oh, the plaques! Oh my God!
The ballroom is now at $400 billion.
Yeah.
Even though the architect left because he said it's impossible what you want, Trump.
Yeah.
At
this point, the ballroom's going to have its own gravitational field, right?
I mean, he's literally wanting like the kind of buildings that we hold in awe, like the Pantheon.
Yeah,
the Romans built, it's concrete, all this kind of stuff. But it's like he wants something that's got the same, more square footage than the actual White House, just entirely all open.
And he's just like, well, can't you just like make a metal beam and spend it? No, Donald.
There's unfortunately there's physics involved in this.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the architect is gone. And there are no plans, and yet they're still going. And unfortunately now he's going to war with Venezuela. The emergency bunker room, you got no access to anymore.
Yeah. But sir, it's under a pile of rubble, sir. No.
We'll just do it in my toilet in Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah. He's turned the secret war room into like the Bat Cave, man. There's going to be like a secret elevator behind a closet or something. Dear God. Man, you know what? That's what we should call him. President Bruce Vane.
No. No, because somehow that elevates him up to a level of hero.
Yeah, well, at least it elevates him to a man who actually knows how to make money so he can spend it frivolously.
Makes me feel sick.
I can't believe it. When you think about it, you've got a man parading as this self-made billionaire, even though he's bankrupted casinos and would literally be better off had he just taken daddy's money and invested it and lived off it and never done a thing.
Especially if you just like fucked up to Epstein Island and we never heard from him again. I'd be quite happy with that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Here, look. That's that's
quite a physique.
Yeah.
That's a Photoshop job. You just put Trump's head on the top of a great statue.
What did the orange paint give it away?
Yeah, that's the ballroom after it's collapsed.
Look at the size of the legs on the statue. It's like the Incredible Hulk himself posed to be the body.
He's got his big beautiful arch there behind him that he wants.
Yeah. Did you hear him? What did he say? It's the Arch of Triumphant or something.
Yeah,
What did
yeah.
he?
Because he can't translate the Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah, I know.
The Archie what's his name?
The Archie debunker, right?
Archie debunker. What a tosser.
He keeps
I
going
swear
on
to
about
God.
that arc thing, the arch, though, as if it would be like meaningful to anyone but him.
Oh, it's like he's renamed the Kennedy Center. The theater.
I think he put his own name before Kennedy's. It's
Yeah,
the Trump
it's the
Kennedy
Trump-
Center.
How?
Yeah,
Why?
I know.
It's like where did you? You're so fucking your own
Listen,
ass. You
the
decided,
love-
right, I just put my name in front of it.
I just want to say it's the arts center, right? This is supposed to be where the greats get to showcase.
Unless
The
you're
love-
trans.
Yeah, well, yeah. The love of the village people does not make you qualified to rename that building, you fucking dumph.
You should. So somebody should tell him it's a gay anthem. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but he would just look and say, "There's nothing wrong with being happy."
You wouldn't be happy with that inside you, Mr. Trump. What about is he just going to like rename the White House, the Trump House? Is he just going to go through and just
Well,
like
I tell you
rename
this.
everything at some point?
It won't be the brown house or anything, It'll definitely stay white.
The House of Non-Immigration.
Yeah, the house of we don't even allow servants of your color here.
And that was the thing in his speech last night. The invasion.
Yeah.
It's like 25 million immigrants, all from mental asylums and murderers and
Yeah.
hospitals, and they
Yeah.
invaded, and Biden gave them free houses and free
Yeah.
medical care, and
Yeah. Everybody
talking
got
about?
Lamborghinis and silk
Yeah.
boxers,
yeah, they all got laid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Melania had to fuck them all, It's just
And she liked it.
never seen her smile like that before.
I haven't seen her smile since.
Yeah. Every time she watches one of these chicks try to do 5,000 in a day, she just laughs.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny how this year she's doing that whole, I'm all into Christmas, and the comics
Fuck
all
Christmas.
pointed out that she was wearing her jacket during the video. It's like, I'm not even staying, right? And
Yeah.
and they keep bringing up that recording of her, like, who gives a fuck about Christmas, Oh, it's funny, man.
It shouldn't be.
I know. She actually has children, and she said that. That's so screwed up, man.
Wow. Is she sure they're hers?
Yeah, she donated the egg, so she's damn well sure, That's probably why that Baron is so tall, because he really did grow up in a test tube, right? It's like a fish in an aquarium. You grow to suit your environment, right? Yeah.
Baron. Why do they call him Baron? I mean, why do you just like call him Emperor?
Yeah.
President.
Caesar. Yeah.
Is my son president?
Yeah.
Going to be president.
Yeah. Here's my son, Christ.
Walks on water,
Yeah, exactly.
He's got a book out,
Yeah, every time I'm floating in the pool, he just walks right out to give me a beer. It's amazing.
You missed that went right over your head. Jesus, he's got a book out, you know.
Oh yeah, the Brian Taylor Cohen thing. Shit, it did. That did. Yeah, that did. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, but for some reason with his book, there's this debate about the first and second parts. You know.
Which one, Brian or Jesus?
Well, it depends, right? You know?
I haven't read Brian Cohen, but then again, I haven't read Jesus's book either. So.
Yeah. Remember, your father wasn't Mr. Cowen, Brian. 1 second here. I just got to refill my thingy.
Oh, dear. Oh, he's going to leave me alone. I don't know where we go next now. So much to talk about. Oh, bloody Rob Reiner.
Oh my God, that whole thing just screams O.J. Simpson to me and so on, right? What the hell happened that fucking kid killed them? What the fuck is going on there? Does anybody know? Like, is this guy some kind of psychotic fuck up, or did he think is he just like a social and financial failure and like what's going?
Drugs and mental issues have been called up. But the thing is about the whole Rob Reiner thing, all of that the actual story itself, the news, was undercut by Trump's.
Oh my God,
message.
his thing, yeah. Where he totally. Oh my God,
He
yeah.
just ripped on him, totally ripped on him.
Yeah.
You know, no empathy, no, thoughts and prayers. Not even that.
No, nothing.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers for the family. Blah blah blah. Not even that. It's just like
Trump.
Fuck him. He didn't like me, so I didn't like him.
Yeah, Trump seems to be incapable of thinking outside of political lines. You're either with me or against me.
Unless you're Charlie Kirk.
Oh, well, unless you're dead.
Dead Charlie Kirk. He didn't say anything nice about you while he was alive. But
yeah. But now you've been shot. I can use it to my advantage. So I like you.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Right? Because that's it. That's the bottom line of it. There's, right?
Don't even see Putin do shit like this.
No. Putin doesn't bother stepping up and saying, oh, this guy was great after throwing him out of a window. It's just,
Mind you, having said that, I don't exactly particularly, follow or watch a lot of stuff that Putin says. So, who knows?
Whenever I see Putler doing one of his little speeches, I expect it to be with all the glitches and stuff of like 1942 kind of film, little mustache, it's all so familiar, Just saying. Is there anything besides American politics going on in the world right now?
Yeah, there's loads. There's loads.
There is there? Do you know any of it? I don't.
Do you want me to bring? Are you asking me to bring some of it up?
I was just wondering if you had,
I got a few stories. I'm not too sure I've got any fucking energy left in me. Yeah.
Change the batteries. That means, refill your glass, right?
Yeah. There's this woman she's got a golden retriever.
God, don't tell me she has excess jars of peanut butter. Where's this story going?
I don't know about that, but she's suing the Internal Revenue Service to try and get pets classified as legal dependents that would have some tax benefits for pet owners.
That's stupid.
I know it's stupid. You asked me something else?
Yeah,
right.
no, but I like the story because it shows the desperate levels of ambulance chasing lawyers to convince this poor, stupid woman that she actually has a chance.
Well, unfortunately, she is actually a lawyer herself. So,
That's even worse than.
Yeah. So basically, they're saying, that the even though the dog doesn't actually make any income, it is its own person, a dependent, and
It doesn't have thumbs.
She sees it like a daughter, which is probably mental issues, but. And she basically says that, it should, it could, credits and deductions, including the child tax credit.
What?
The dog's going to get tax credits. Yeah. Wow. Anyway, there's that one.
I need me biscuits.
You want any stupid stories? Oh, there's a story coming out of Quebec. Where schools are now recommending that students to wear helmets when they go to play out in the snow mounds during recess.
What?
Yeah, they got to wear helmets because
why? In case they fall?
Because of that dangerous snow. You know how that can be. Holy what? Just wrap them. Bubble wrap. Yeah, just wrap them in bubble wrap.
Okay, let me tell a story here quick. So back in the 70s, when I was like 6 or 7 years old, a couple of us got one of those massive, huge spools that they put wire on trucks. And the inside of the spool was big enough for us to crawl in.
Oh, sound! No, you don't need to tell me anymore. You can stop there. I can see where this is going.
Yeah, so we put a couple of handles in, like screwed them in, and you would take turns climbing in, and we'd push it down this big hill. And I swear to God, it was doing 40 miles an hour at the bottom when it would hit the grass and stuff, and you'd bounce off the bushes or whatever, Nobody got hurt, man. Not one person.
You should have.
And now you have to wear a helmet to play in the snow?
You're going to wear a helmet if you're going to play with Lego.
I take
a high-vis jacket.
I take less precautions having sex with people I barely know. I mean,
what, you mean you don't wear a helmet? Oh, that's my go-to. All right,
that's crazy, man.
Okay, you didn't like that story. So
I thought it was funny as hell.
Pornhub has been hacked. They've basically hacked the premier memberships of Pornhub users.
Premier memberships? What? So like footballers?
I mean, I don't. Does it mean you're really good at wanking? I don't know. You're just so good at wanking. We're giving you a special membership. Yeah. But yeah. So what's happened is that it's been hacked, and so not only have they got all your like personal details, they also know what you watched and when. And
oh my God.
Yes. And this.
Honey, I've got diarrhea. I'll be out in a minute.
So they're basically saying that could all be disclosed in some kind of basically some kind of criminal activity might be involved in blackmailing people. But following from that, there was another thing where Grindr got hacked as well, which is if you don't know, Grindr is an app for gay men to meet up with other gay men.
Grinder.
Don't pretend you don't know what it is.
I actually thought it was for. Okay, keep going. Yeah.
You thought it was sort of like like peppercorns or something grinding, or a coffee grinder. No, well, it's Chinese hackers have hacked Grindr, and a lot of people are saying, well, all those GOP guys got to watch out because they've got all your information and all your meetups and everything.
Wow.
you do during all these, big meetings you have.
You know what? Hacking Grindr, you could probably track the motions of 75% of the Republican Party just using that.
That's exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're talking about. And so that information's out there now. So well done.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. What a world.
Yeah. See, I don't need an app to procure my gay sex. So,
No.
I'm safe.
Quite frankly, I don't need the gay sex either.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even need a phone number for it, but
You just open the front door and your knackers.
Yeah. Can I just point out, constantly, everybody's being hacked. Now, if you're somebody who signs up to like Walmart or Amazon and you use one of those virtual cards where you load it and then they get to use it, but if you don't load it, it just comes up empty and they don't have your true banking information. And that is the way you should be doing this stuff. They do charge you a fee, but the security is worth it, in my opinion. You don't have that much to worry about. Like with Amazon, I have an account with them that doesn't have my true name and stuff. And so with the virtual payment thing as well, if Amazon gets hacked, I'm okay with it. Right? The mail person doesn't look and go, oh, that's not the normal name for this address. They just look at the number and go, yep, it goes in that box. They don't give a fuck what it says.
Yeah, they just kick it out of the van across the yard onto your front porch.
Exactly. It's the same with Walmart. I have an account through them because I do a lot of grocery orders and they're very close to me. And yet up until recently, I wasn't driving, right? And I don't have my real information on there. You don't need to know who I truly am. I don't install their apps. I use only those services in one browser specifically that I don't use other services through. So when they're doing all their cookies to steal my information, they don't get it. You know what I mean? You can take steps to make this way better.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting things like even just using a credit card. A credit card is protected, whereas a bank card is not.
Exactly,
which is kind of strange because they're almost the same thing. Why can't the bank card be protected too? No, but
even the ones where they have like a Visa debit card, so it kind of acts like a Visa. But if you get ripped off, you get ripped off. You're fighting with your bank and stuff because it's not really a Visa. It's bullshit. It's a false sense of security in every way. You know, you can use those online services, but myself, I did that for a little bit, but only for like 3 months because my bank offers me a prepaid Visa account. And I just use that because if there's nothing in it, they just decline the payment. There's no overdraft fees or anything because it's a prepaid card that's just virtual. Right? And it's just brilliant for this shit, right? It saves me everything. Nobody can ever rip me off. If all of a sudden some service that I canceled takes a payment from it or tries to, they get nothing. I get the alert and then I go, oh, you bastards. And I go and recancel it and fix it. Right. It's brilliant. You know,
we will be putting Dick's card number into the Discord with his PIN number. So you'll be protected too. It's a Shills service.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Plus,
Plus,
we're doing a VPN. And it goes through Dunk's house, so anybody in the UK can pretend to be Canadian. Don't worry, he's paying the bandwidth, right? It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, you can watch your Pornhub through my account. Oops. We got other sad news. Really, Buck's dead.
Yeah. Oh, Twiggy, you're right, dude. Buck is dead.
Bill Grant.
The white whale himself has passed.
So I said Bill. Gil Grant.
Gil. Yeah. Yeah.
What a stupid name for a child. What are those flaps behind your ears? Oh, gills. Oh, that's what I'll call you.
Can I do my impression of Gil Gerard showing up for season 2 of Buck Rogers? Wait a minute.
I'm not wearing that anymore.
Yeah, no, it was, wait a minute. I used to hang out with the hot chick all day, and now you want me to hang out with the guy wearing the fucking feather hat? No. That would have been my thing right away. I want the chick back, you know.
Yeah, and he got the feather hat from the 1920s.
Oh, it was so bad. Hawkman or whatever.
Hey, I thought Hawkman was cool, but then I was a kid.
I liked his ship.
Yeah, very cool.
But Hawkman was just so boring.
So his spaceship. Yeah, but I just thought it was so funny. So, what would you say?
It was so Vulcan.
Basic writing is like, oh, he's a hawk. He's a Hawkman. So, what does his spaceship look like? A bird.
Yeah. And his personality was totally a Vulcan, right?
Yeah.
You know, he was so dry and dull and logical and stuff. Whereas Spock was actually cool. So,
I can't really remember.
It was awful.
To be honest with you.
He sucked so bad, you know. And Erin Gray got some second-rate role that season when she was amazing in the first season, not just for her preteen boners, you know.
Yeah. She got promoted to like air hostess or something.
Yeah, exactly. You know, she was handing out fake meat and cheap champagne, you know.
But then they also had like the doddery old man expert guy and his fucking stupid robot.
Oh,
It just looked like a vacuum cleaner that had been just like, bits glued on it. And
yeah. Which was as bad as Professor Z in the second Battlestar Galactica 1980. You know, the great Adama just has to take a second seat to this smart-ass little kid. You know, that ruined things. Why did they do that back then?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, I guess that's why you got the little kid in Star Trek Next Generation. Wesley Crusher. We want a smart little wise ass kid.
Yeah, they even did it back in like Family Ties. They brought in that kid. It turned out to be Brian Bonsale, who was Worf's son in Next Generation.
I hate that little tit.
He did not seem to grow into an adult actor. I think he's an accountant at this point, you know.
Made more money.
Yeah, he's an insurance adjuster, right? You know.
He still wears the Klingon outfit.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'll always say the one good thing about that kid in Star Trek The Next Generation was his Klingon mom was hot. I can't remember her name as an actress, but she was also like a scene stealer as an actress. She was very charismatic. I thought she was great.
I thought that was weak, making her up. Because it was like, all of the Klingon women are just like, really kind of like, still got big dicks and stuff, but they're all like
Lursa and Bator or whatever those two, right?
Yeah, they definitely look like they give you a hard time in the sack.
A hard time. You'd be lucky to walk away with your parts, man. You know.
But the Worf's missus, we'll soften her up. Yeah, she's going to be pretty and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up. Star Trek.
In real life, though, she would be a bit intimidating to a lot of dudes because she was like 6'1" or something. And like as a chick, just in real life, she's easy on the eyes, right?
I bet Riker would have given her a rough one.
He probably tried. And she was like, honey, I don't do beards. You know?
Data, he's fully functional,
Yeah, well, you know that whole thing with Data. He's like the original Viagra guy because he could just go, right? Full stamina.
I have calculated that you will come in 32.57 seconds.
I even know the speed to move my tongue back and forth.
I've got a Pornhub account, you know. Oh no, he's been.
And now we have Commander Data's true details.
Yeah, what's all this, mother stepson shit you've been watching, Dale?
Yeah.
It's just, it's not reality. You're spending an awful lot of time on the holodeck.
Yeah. Is that Tasha Yar or her daughter there, Data? You know, what's funny is you look back on how we had that little crystal sort of hexagon looking thing that would just show Tasha standing there, you know, and that was supposed to be like super high tech at the time. And nowadays, even, you know, an Apple Vision Pro could do that.
Yeah, their iPads on the Enterprise, they weren't like 5 millimeters thick.
Yeah. Well,
They fattened them up.
yeah, you know what's funny? Go back to Next Generation, and you'll see Geordi working on a problem, and he'll have 5 or 6 of those pads on the desk because each one can only handle one thing. You know?
Yeah.
Imagine needing 9 iPads just because you have 9 documents open, right?
Yeah.
You know,
multitasking.
Yeah.
That must be for the 25th century.
Yeah, we don't have enough RAM for that, he says, you know. That shit's expensive. It's funny though, you know. They got the idea of the iPad, right? You know, even if you go back to like Steve Jobs from like 1981 in interviews, he says, we'd love to give you the computer as like a cool little book thing you could just hold in your hand, but we don't have the technology. It's, you know, it's not possible. He wanted the iPad so badly when he was like 22 years old. You know, he totally got it. But then for some reason, Apple comes out with these amazing iPads. They're so powerful these days. Like an iPad Pro is as powerful as a Mac Mini. And they hobble it with this horrible iPad software instead of just making it a tablet computer. I don't understand. I don't get it. Android's even worse, right? Their tablets are just big phone screens. The people making the apps don't even bother remaking them to make them better on a big screen, right? But tablets became a big waste. You know what I mean? There's a lot of like, for a lot of people, tablets are just a extravagant. I'm sitting on the couch and it's just more comfortable to have my tablet, you know?
Yeah. That's all right.
But it should be so much more, you know?
I don't know how much more you want. I mean, I understand that they're not just putting like the full OS on there because the iPad apps, you know, they're lean and mean and they're not using bloated software. You know, it's where you can with an app on a desktop machine. And you just we've been running the same software on this app for 20 years.
Yeah, but
we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it as it is. Won't try to fix it. But
I personally believe it's not so much about like in the modern day with Apple. These apps are efficient, right? And with ARM and Windows coming up and stuff, everybody's going to get this soon. But for me, I think it comes down to lazy user interface design and people designing the user interface not being ones that actually truly use the app. And they don't understand how to translate what we want to achieve onto the touchscreen environment versus keyboard and mouse and so on. We seem to be at a place where I personally believe user interface is what's holding us back. You know,
What do you want to do? Like plug your cock in it and then just like it'll read your thought.
no, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the answer is, but I do believe I can see the problem. Like Apple in their design for user interface, if you open Logic or Final Cut or GarageBand, your average window user just instantly freezes because there's almost no buttons. They don't know what to do. And you're finding this with cars and all of these things. And there's no coherent, you know, we've done studies. This is actually the, you know, and it's a mess. And I think that's what's getting in the way of, you know, mobile and tablets being more than just basic social devices and consumption. We've got a lot of power in these things and nobody uses them. You know?
No, there is that. I don't know. Maybe some people use them though.
Not many, but yeah, Marquez Brownlee in a couple, but you know,
they'll try them out and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I mean, the thing is a remarkable. You know, you take like a modern iPhone and you basically got an entire Hollywood studio,
dude,
in your pocket.
Yeah,
you know, especially when you're shooting raw footage, not just you know compressed video. It's raw footage, and you can take it into editing software in the iPhone. And sound and music. All the tools are there.
Yeah. Now check this, Don.
Now I'd love that, but I just
but here's the thing.
Play with it.
I don't think the iPhone itself, with the screen size, has the ability to give us the user interface to truly do all of it. But I believe it has the horsepower to do it. And
that's what I'm saying. It's got all the tools there.
Right. So what I think, you know, like your average like iMac from Apple, I don't understand why it's not truly just kind of a dumb screen that has a good camera and microphones and speakers and all that stuff to give you a lovely home desktop experience. And it's, you know, just slide your iPhone into the slot. It has a little bit of cooling so that you can push it, and it invokes the desktop operating system. I know like Samsung and Dex has had this for a while, but their desktop environment and stuff sucks. And it's always half-baked and half-ass. Apple's code base between iPad, iPhone, and Mac is the Mac OS. It's just interface layers and, you know, other background services that you need or don't need. This should be a lot easier than it is. And the only reason I can think that none of this is truly happening, this convergence, is it makes it too easy for us not to have to spend more money.
Yeah. Well, it's like the thing I was talking about, but you know, like the Apple keyboard.
Yeah.
Super slim, super tiny. Well, we'll make it a little bit thicker, like some of the older ones were, and have your computer.
You could have a Commodore 64 style Mac. Yes,
exactly, and then you can just plug it in. That could happen.
Yeah, that would be an amazing one, dude. Because if you think about it, even the Commodore 64 chassis, or like the Spectrum 128 Plus that had like a decent keyboard or whatever, there's more chassis there than you need for the new Mac Mini board.
Yeah.
Right.
But then here's the thing. Does it not make more sense that you've got them separated?
Oh, well, for many people, yes. And in this situation, like what you're saying, I totally agree, right? You know, I don't think I would want a computer keyboard either, because I want to have the keyboard I need, right?
Yeah, and especially you know, the keyboard's starting to fail. Oh, yeah, computer time,
right?
Yeah, so it would be cool as fuck
But
at the
here,
same- at the
hold on,
same
hold
time,
on.
it
But
would be
you
restrictive.
you took what I said and put a limitation on it, and I get it because you could have the Apple screen and have a little slot for your phone. But with modern Wi-Fi and stuff, there would only be a tiny latency where you just walk in the room, put your phone on a little Wi-Fi charger thing on the desk that has an NFC that goes, put the video on that screen and there's your keyboard and mouse. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
I definitely think there's a possible future for just like, I've got my phone in my pocket, but it's also my computer, and then I can just like.
I think we should be
link it
there
up to
now.
Your TV screen,
You know?
or whatever, and that becomes your
Yeah.
computer.
I think for the average person, especially people like right now, if you're watching us on like a Chromebook or one of those more inexpensive computers, I wouldn't doubt that you could have a phone that's actually more powerful. And your little laptop should just simply be a keyboard and a trackpad and a screen that connects to your phone and just gives you a more desktop user interface for it.
But there's also another argument because let's face it, how much is a modern iPhone? Like the top of the range ones, they're fucking expensive.
In Canada, if you go top of the range, it's got to be $1,800, I think.
Yeah, and you're carrying your computer around in your pocket, and you pull it, and you just step out the car, it falls out your pocket, it's down a drain hole. There goes your computer. Mate, so cool as it could be, maybe just having just a little box at home. Makes more sense.
But my model again works for the modern world where every 3 years or 2 years, or probably less, they'll sell you a new screen and keyboard and mouse for your desk. But you, just like people do with their cars these days, enter into a lease where you don't truly own the car, you just use it. And then after 3 years, you turn it in and get a new one because you want one under warranty because modern cars suck. And as such, most people are close to that now where you always have your new phone. Like, you might as well just put it in as a yearly expense. And at that point, if you drop your phone, it's all cloud backed up. All you do is go to your phone company and go, oh shit, look. And they go, no problem, here you go. But we're going to put an extra $10 a month on your payment for 2 years. Yeah, that's fine. And away you go, right?
Well, there's only one problem with that. Because if they did do that, you'd be the first one to complain about it.
Are you kidding? I would never go for this kind of thing. This is.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from because it's sort of like the way things are going. But you'll be the first one to complain.
Like that whole thing with the dumb screen and everything in your home. I'm sure we're getting there. Whether it's your phone that's the computer, or it's just a monthly service and you're renting off of servers, and we're back to the terminals of the early 70s, right?
Terminal, yeah.
Exactly. And I think they want that with these data centers because monthly revenue is better than sales. Everybody knows it at this point. And as consumers, oh my God, do we have to fight against this?
Well, I don't know. I think we need to start fighting against data centers because they're tearing up the environment.
I agree there too. It's bad.
They're putting up energy prices.
Yeah.
So for what? So we can get a video of Stephen Hawking doing a wheelie.
Yeah.
On a ramp. It's just getting ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jeff Bezos's idea. Just stick data centers on them.
Yeah. On the Shills account, I miss my BlackBerry. Oh, dear God. That's a 2-hour show on how I could go back to, simple, awesome messaging, but not much else. Swap. Oh, God. Yeah. I loved those days.
Well, the simple fact of the matter is a lot of people, they have the big fancy iPhones or whatever. But what apps do you actually use? Because, like we said, they're super powerful. You can do some amazing stuff on it.
Yeah.
But how many people actually do the amazing stuff?
Well, that's the
Just
thing, Dunk.
calls, texts, and maybe a bit of Facebook.
I would say 70% of the people that buy the most expensive insert phone maker brand here never use them to even close of their potential. It's literally just so they can put it on the table at the pub or whatever and have bragging rights.
I would say it's more than 70%, to be honest with you.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it, right?
I barely use any of the apps on my iPhone. I mean, when the iPhone first came out, it was like, oh, this is great. And I literally would trawl through the App Store.
I was looking for reasons to use it when I had my first iPhone 3, right?
And people were sending links to, this is a really good tool. You can use for working out how large a green screen you need on stage. When you got this camera and all this kind of they were great days. And I'd had loads of apps on my phone, which I still never used, but I had them. But then you just like the App Store just like got so overbloated with stuff.
Have you opened a modern App Store in the last 6 months? It throws all this cacophony of garbage that's just meant to suck your wallet dry at you. And you do a search for like a useful tool, and the App Store throws way overpriced alternatives, sponsored results into your search first before you even find the one that matches the name you searched exactly.
Well, it's even worse than that. If you go back to the original days, you'd go to the App Store and there'll be free apps, and they were literally free.
Yeah.
Or there's like, the other apps are like 79p or 99p or whatever.
Yeah.
And you pay for it and fine. But now all apps are free
to play
or free to open until you actually want to do something.
Yes.
And then there's a subscription to pay or games that are free. But but if you want to do levels and stuff, you need all these other things. You've got to pay for that as well. So it's just become a cash cow.
It's even worse, Dunk, because in the early days of the iPhone, if the app had in-app purchases because they had back-end requirements and so on, it was very easy to tap and see what they were. And now when I open the App Store and I see an app has in-app purchases and I tap into it, I can't seem to find how to figure out what those purchases are in a simple and easy way. Every time I tap like in-app purchases, nothing happens. And I know I'm sounding like a bit of a grandpa, but you know what I mean? When it's got to the point where it's not instantly simple to figure out what the app is going to try to charge you to unlock its features and stuff, and you have to install it first so they can get their hooks into your data and whatnot, and then you decide, that's a whole new level of what the fuck, man,
Well, you say you're an old man, and then this isn't even like a generational leap. It's just like a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's taken a few years.
I know. And the whole thing is what my response is anytime I'm searching for an app, as soon as I see in-app purchases, nope. And I can't filter in-app purchase. Right.
Yeah.
And you can't filter that out of your search. It's the one thing you cannot remove.
No, because if they did,
there'd be nothing. Yeah. And I've got some old apps that don't have that shit in it, and they still get updated and work on my phone. Stupid shit like a Yahtzee game and a few. And what they do is they inject incessant ads into the app now where they never were before. Right? And it's just tiresome, man.
I wonder if you can still get that app that was like it was like a beer glass. on your screen, and then as you tilted the phone, the beer would tilt with it.
Yeah.
It was a free app.
Yeah.
I would like to point out. I wonder if that still exists, and if it is somewhere
or
on
the
App Store.
or the Zelda Ocarina, where you could play the little fluty thing, right?
Yeah, blowing into the microphone. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. I had an app, the iPhone 3, or was it the 2? Whichever one it was, couldn't do video. It was only a picture camera. But there was an app that could trigger the damn thing into video mode. I have that app in my purchase history, and I also have the first app that turned the iPhone into a 4-track recorder for recording songs on the go and stuff before Apple brought out GarageBand and all that shit, right? I wonder if I could put them on my iPhone just got discontinued from updates, right? It's old, I wonder if I could put those on. What would that video app do to a modern Apple camera, right? That'd be funny. Hey, we're over like 2 hours here. Oh, we're just hitting 2 hours. Lord, thunder, and Jesus, boy.
Oh, say good night, I guess.
Yeah. Dark Oblation and Silver Earth. I have everything all stacked and stuff. The last package came, and I got a extra little patch put in there for you. And since I'm driving my new car and stuff, I'll drop that off. It's Thursday today, so let's be realistic. Probably within 7 days, I'll ship it out.
What, you delivering it personally?
Yeah, no, they live in America. I'm not going there.
No one's going. No one's going there anymore.
Canadians don't go there anymore.
Nobody goes there anymore. What are you talking about? This is the funny thing that Trump was talking about. And I was trying to brought it up on the show. Is the World Cup and the Olympics are going to America. Who the fuck is going to go?
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to have like people are turning up, at the airport, and there'll be ICE agents just like lining up, like, right, yeah, you're too brown, fuck off.
Yeah, well, but that's going to be the problem, because the people that show up to watch are going to be like Jeff Bezos and his 12 mistresses that all look like Mexican import maids, right? So all his lady friends are going to get exported upon his entry.
But he's an illegal alien anyway.
Well, he looks like one.
Well, he's an alien, obviously,
He looks like Dan Aykroyd in makeup with the head thing,
Talking of aliens. Oh, fucking Steven Spielberg, his new movie that they've been talking about. What's it called?
Is it Eddie Torres, the extra testicle?
No, it was like, oh, Steven Spielberg is coming back. It's an alien, UFO-y, alien-y movie. What's it bloody called? Disclosure. And the first trailer came out the other day. I thought, oh, really?
Is it like a conspiracy theorist that got something right and has to run?
I really don't know what the fuck it's on.
That's about. What it sounds like.
I know Spielberg doesn't drink, but I think he's been hitting the drugs.
They'll get the Pelican Brief folk to do their characters again for this, right?
I don't know. He doesn't look very good.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah. Starring an AI. Also starring another AI.
Yeah, it's got some AI reindeer in it for some god awful reason. I don't know what that's about. Just looks bad.
Yeah. Starring Dwayne Johnson as an AI bull.
I noticed the other day someone let it slip. They said the word deep fake. I was thinking, wait, I haven't heard that word in 2 years. What's going on? no one's done deep fakes anymore. It's just Soros AI now. It's just like, just go.
Well,
straight
there's
there.
no such thing as a deep fake now because they're good enough to actually pass as real. So why use the word, right?
It's so funny. There was so much work
Yeah.
into making deep fakes, and now it's just like a few tippy taps into Soros, and you got these amazing videos.
Tippy tap taps. As soon as you did that, I was like, I'm singing in the rain.
You got these great videos of Spock with Marilyn Monroe on the set of Star Trek, and all these kind of like weird shit. And it's like,
wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
It's only logical that I explore you sexually. I would have came up with an excuse for sure.
You're not her type. You're not a president.
Are you kidding? I could have been president of something. Just.
President of the lollipop gang.
Hey, AV club if it works. All right, I don't care.
The guild of the lollipop. Lollipop guild. I can't remember what it is.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hell.
So, why don't we pack it up, round it up, and do a little shutting up?
Yeah. Oh, we can say good night to iRobot, who make the Roomba. Yeah. They've gone bankrupt.
Really?
Yeah.
What are little cats gonna do when they want to take a ride around the living room? Right.
I do have a Roomba somewhere that it's covered in dust because it can't get fucking out of its little little home to come out and clean because it's just it just sits there shaking. It's too scared to come out. It's become psychotic.
Yeah, it's got a bad motivator.
Well, it has no motivation, that's for sure. Yeah.
I can only imagine in my home with all the wiring for the sound gear and the electric guitars and stuff and whatnot, and my podcasting setup and all that. The poor thing would just end up being hung,
Yeah.
Neighbors would come over and be like, "You got something against that thing, do you?"
It'll just be on its back with its wheels spinning.
Yeah.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So big thanks to our team around here because they do so much for us. We got Mexi Girl on the account today. We got Shayna Caldwell, PJ CNET, AI Alchemist, who you got to check out to get a little bit of digital love in your life. Check us out on Discord. You can get an easy thing going on. You got Jose, David Worley, and Super Chat Matt as well. So hats off to everybody, and Yvonne Way for dropping us a cool note in the chat column as well.
And if you want some extra special digital love, AI Alchemist will be wearing those black gloves from Epstein Island.
Snap, baby, snap. Oh, God.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all those little dingly things, and then ring the dingly bell. And don't forget to leave a comment if you got it this far to hear me say that. If you didn't make it this far, leave a comment anyway. I don't know.
Yeah. Tell us we're hated. Tell us we're loved. Tell us we're lacking, or tell us we're above and beyond. It really doesn't matter. Just tell us something. Yeah.
Just tell us. Oh, I didn't get to that bit.
Yeah. Sorry, I fell asleep, but you guys are really good for that. So it's goodbye from me,
and it's goodbye from him.
See you soon, fellow babies.
Hey, Shilly.